and welcome to Skittles Saturday Suggestions. My name is Sarah Tillinghast. I'm a platinum certified whole brain teaching instructor and a kindergarten teacher. And today I want to talk to you about the big rule. Now, I'm not talking about Rule 5. I'm talking about that special rule that is for preschool teachers, TK teachers, and kindergarten teachers. So, for those of you who don't teach that grade, you probably don't need to watch this because you already get students who have already been a full year in school knowing how to listen. But you could take some of these suggestions and apply them even without using the big rule. So, with the big rule, which is what we teach on day 1, listen when your teacher is talking, I like to give my students the 5 ways we listen. All right, so there's 5 of them. So as I introduce the rule with the gestures, I then bring up what would be the wrong way versus the right way to be a good listener. So the right way to listen, there's 5 things that we look at. So our first one is eyes are watching. All right. So I talk about with my students how if your eyes are watching me, then I know you're listening to me, making that eye contact. Now, I do make accommodations where needed. Whole brain teaching is inclusive. And so if you have to adjust for certain students, feel free to do so. I've had to adjust over the years depending on students' individualized educational plans and that kind of thing. So you might have to adjust that one. And then my next one, so my first one was eyes are watching. The next one, ears are listening, which, hello, that's like the giveaway, right? Like, super easy. Yeah, we know our ears are listening. And then so eyes are watching, ears are listening. My next one is voice quiet. Okay. And I talk to my students about how I'm not really a good listener if I'm trying to talk when you're talking because I'm not really listening with my ears. I'm listening to my own voice. So far, we've talked about eyes watching, ears listening, voice quiet. Our next one is body still. I talk with my students about how when I'm at home, if my son is running around the room at our house, I know he's not being a good listener. He has to have his body still. Now, again, with this as well, you can also make accommodations to make sure that you are an inclusive classroom. I'm just giving you my tips and tricks. So we've gone over eyes watching, ears listening, voice quiet, body still. My last one is heart and mind open. And I talk with my students about how I don't agree with everything that I listen to. And sometimes, guess what? I'm not being a good listener when I hear something I don't agree with because my heart and my mind is not open to those ideas. So it's really important when they're in school that their heart and mind are open to what we're learning about so they can then establish their own opinion on whatever subject we're discussing. So, as you noticed, all 5 of my tips come with memory gestures. Hello, whole brain teaching. So, by the end of the day, my students are able to go home and tell their parents, hey, today we learned the big rule. Listen when my teacher is talking. And we listen with our eyes watching, ears listening, voice quiet, body still, heart and mind open. So those are my tips for teaching students how to be a great listener. Tune in next week. I will be in my classroom for recording next week. Had a little oops with my pre-recorded one that I had for this week. So next week it will be in the classroom. Have a great day. Bye.